What is up, ADG traders? This is Munya and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you on how to do price action analysis on volatility indices. We're going to break down V75, V100, V25 and V10, and at the end of this video you should be able to do the basics and the advanced analysis on these indices. V75 is one of the most volatile index that we have, and hopefully you're going to catch some pips this week trading V75. And if you're new to this channel, kindly click the subscribe button, turn the notification bell so that you're notified each and every time I post a video. And if you would like to see more videos, click the like button to support this channel and to promote me and help me with the YouTube algorithm. So let's jump straight into today's business. Right now I'm looking at V75, the daily time frame. What I mostly recommend is you do a top-down analysis, and what that means is you're going to start off from a higher time frame and you're going to move back to smaller time frames for perfect entries, right? So from this higher time frame, we're going to be drawing some nice channels, some nice trend lines, and you're going to actually describe what we are seeing at the charts, not what we want to see, but what's on the charts, right? So I'm gonna start off having this trend line. I can clearly see that I had a touch here, another touch here, and then lastly the third touch was at this point, right? And then starting from the bottom, I can see I'm not connecting the dots, and I can see that I have a very nice trend line there, quite a number of touches respecting it. Also here we have a pivotal point. As you can see, something, there was consolidation, which means it's a very important zone, right? So from these two channels that I've drawn, you can clearly see what has been happening to price. We had this impulse, we had this movement going up to the maximum, which is our top trend line, and then it pulled back down here, and then again it went up, came back down, went up slightly, came back down again, went up slightly, came back down to a point, then went back up again to respect our top trend line, and then went back down. So currently this is the channel that we have. We can actually extend this and we can conclude that V75 has been in a downtrend. Why? Because you can see that our daily time frame is showing us that we have a channel that is pointing upwards. If it was an uptrend, it would be pointing this side, but this time it's pointing down. So the first thing that we have noticed is that we are in a downtrend. So swing traders, they know what to do. They're going to place sell trades. Why? Because we have already identified the trend, and the trend is our friend. So if you place your nice sell trades and hold for quite some days, as you can see, we're in a daily time frame, so it will take quite long to mature, but eventually the downtrend will pay off. Then I know we have people that cannot afford to be swing trading, so what we are simply going to do is we're going to set up some support and resistance where we can get smaller trades and quicker payoffs. So I'm gonna switch off to the 4-hour time frame, and we're gonna take a look at what we have in the 4-hour time frame. So currently this is the 4-hour time frame, and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to draw some nice support and resistance. I'm just going to draw a simple line, and then from there we'll figure out whether it's a support or whether it's a resistance. So for me to draw this line, I would need confirmation points. So I can start off from here. I can draw a single nice line from here, right? I can also see that there's been points that are being respected here. I can also see that there are points that are being respected here. We have some touches here. It's been a critical zone. I can also see that we have some zones that are being respected down here, and then obviously That is the bottom zone that we have. And then I can also continue to highlight the topmost zone, something like this, right? Some of these lines you figure out that they are not of much use, but for learning purposes, I'm also going to add some more zones here. I can see that some major decisions were being made around there, but for learning purposes, I'll keep them there. So now what we have is, I can now see that price bounced off from this support zone. As you can clearly see, price bounced off from the support zone and it started to push up, right? So my anticipation is we're going to hit this line and probably turn to continue in our downtrend, right? Or we can even push even harder and go up to something like this level, but still we have to come back down to respect our downtrend. Okay, so that will be my analysis for V75. I'm not going to go deeper, but I'll go deeper in the next video that is going to pop up, and I'll explain further what to do with this. Also, if you want to get free access to my VIP group, kindly comment your predictions on these indices that we're analyzing today. If you get all 4 correct, you're going to get free access into VIP group, right? Okay, let's continue to V100 and let's see what we have. Just going to quickly switch my templates. I need a nice template like this, and then I'm in the daily time frame again. So from the daily time frame, I want to get a clear picture of what's happening. I can also see that we have a nice trend here, and then we also have a nice zone that's being respected, a nice trend that's being respected down there, right? So as it is right now, we're coming from the top trend line going down, right? I'm also going to move down to a smaller time frame to get a clearer picture, and from the smaller time frame I can see that we have a nice resistance zone here, right? I can also see that having a resistance zone there and having another resistance, another important zone down here. But what it looks like is currently we have broken this support zone, so price must be most likely, but must continue most likely to push downwards. Why? Because I can see that it has broken my support, unless it's the false breakout, which is very unlikely, but this is what V100 is currently showing me. Hopefully it's going to pay off something like this, but I can see that we're coming from this top trend line and we're pushing down, maybe to attack this bottom trend line. Okay, let's move on to V25. I'm going to switch on to the daily time frame, and we're going to see what exactly is happening. So it's currently kind of a mess right now, but this is what we have. From what I see currently, we're experiencing a little bit of consolidation at this point. This whole zone is consolidating, right? We cannot see, there is no clear price movement. Basically, price is ranging between these price points, but nevertheless we can still try to maximize. You can see the type of candlesticks that we have. It's alternating bearish and bullish of almost the same size, showing that there's so much consolidation. So currently I would advise you to take some major trades here, but for scalping sake we're going to move down to a smaller time frame and see what we can come up with. So I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame, and you can clearly see the consolidation, but the consolidation is sort of like tilted to one side. Price is still pushing down, although it's consolidating, but it's still trying to push down. As you can see, we have this trend that is pointing downwards. We even have some smaller trends inside our consolidation, probably coming from the 1 hour time frame. So if you want to scalp, you are if you've turned on notification, you can actually scalp at this point, and then obviously from this zone we're going to look for some sell trades and then maybe hold going down with it. Okay, let's go on to V10 again. I'll switch to the daily time frame to get the bigger picture. Still remember, we use what we call top-down analysis. So for my V10, I can clearly see that we're in an uptrend now. Price is really pushing up as much as it can, although it's narrowing down, showing that we're most likely going to end, or we're most likely going to experience a nice breakout, right? Because our trend lines are almost meeting now, which means a major price movement is about to happen. Okay, so from this point, from my charts, I can clearly see that we are now coming from the bottom trend line, which means my price is going to try and push up. I can switch to the 4 hour time frame, but here it's quite clear that I will still get this as my support, as my resistance zone, and again I'll still have this as a support zone. This will be my resistance zone, and this will be my support zone. I still have some nice supports here, and then maximum resistance point of this. So taking a buy trade here wouldn't be a bad decision. You can move up to this level, try and maximize some profit. So that will be all for this week on these volatility indices. Make sure you watch the next video where I'll announce the person that correctly analyzes all the 4 indices that we talked about in this video. Make sure you like this video, support this channel, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, join our Telegram channel. It's completely free. Come for account management and services and mentorship. Until next time, peace.